I haven't done my hair today. I look like a genuine mess. I'm sorry, but you know when you have one of those days where you're just like, why? But anyway, Art has released a new video which we gotta check out. To be fair, if it wasn't Art, I wouldn't check it out because it sounds very depressing. Why are you lonely and how to make friends? I don't think I need to make friends, but if Art thinks I do, then maybe I should. Do you like my new banners? Oh, up there. They're all the Harry Potter houses. Pretty cool, right? So, Kerr and Phil, they gifted them. So thank you very much if you're watching. They're pretty cool. Look at them. Let's jump straight into the depressing side of Art. Also, if you're wondering why it's transparent, it's because Art videos sometimes do get copyright claimed. Make sure you do support the original video in the description down below. This is not a substitute for the original video. This is just watching along with me. I will pause occasionally, but not as much to the point where you think, shut up and watch the video, because I have seen a few reactors that do that. Let's get straight into it. And away we go.
Friends make life good. They provide the scaffolding that makes it not just bearable, but fun. They give us a sense of meaning and purpose, and are a source of security, self-esteem, and happiness. Almost nothing predicts how happy you will be as how connected you feel, and a lack of social connection is associated with a number of diseases and a shorter life. But maybe you have scrolled through your phone unsure who to call to go to a movie with, to celebrate with, or ask for comfort. You may realize that you don't have enough friends and feel lonely. And it's not just you. Disconnectedness and loneliness are widespread. Many people want more close friends but don't know how to get them. Surprisingly, nowadays, loneliness is highest among young people, whose relationships were also hit especially hard by the global pandemic. Social distancing
blame it on the pandemic.
Adults from mingling in classrooms, clubs, or dorms. Millions of friendships, maybe lifelong friendships, that might have blossomed will never exist, with profound long-term consequences for our collective happiness.
I think opposite. I think because this has happened and people have isolated away from people are more willing to communicate with each other and spend time with each other. So I think that we're more understanding now that we weren't able to communicate with each other for an entire year and a half, that it's changed us into a way that we would want to communicate with the people that we wouldn't normally want to communicate with. That's what I think. And it might have isolated a few people, but I think it's bettered us as a species, maybe.
The good news is that it's not too late, and there are lots of friends to be found. We'll make scientific information with actionable advice in this video, but we can't address every individual situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Cultures and schedules are different. If you suffer from chronic loneliness, you can also watch the video we made about it. Okay, as with all important things in life, making friends is infuriatingly simple, but not necessarily easy. But it works through a few pretty straightforward mechanisms. The most important thing about making friends. People make friends with other people when they spend casual time together. This is how our ancestors formed their relationships, because humans lived in small, close-knit communities in which options for making friends were limited, so we just formed good relationships with the people who were around us. This is why it's so easy to form new friendships in school and university. Society locks you and your peers in a building for several years. You share similar activities, but more importantly, similar schedules. Overlapping and fluctuating social circles form, naturally giving you regular FaceTime and shared experiences with many different people. Time to find others with similar worldviews or senses of humor. Proximity can be more important than similar interests. One study found that in student dormitories, the distance between rooms was the strongest friendship predictor.
No shot.
Meant a higher chance of becoming friends.
I don't know.
Another study showed that being physically present.
They could say someone's annoying and you live next. I don't know. I don't think if you were a neighbor to someone, right, and they were loud, you would be friends. You'd be so annoyed by them. I don't know. Depends. I don't think that's correct. That can't be.
Without saying a word, makes others more sympathetic to you. So the most important principle of making friends is to regularly spend time with people in the real world. This alone can make it happen automatically and trumps all other advice. But don't forget that
What about online as well? They're just glossing over that. I think it makes you happier if you spend face-to-face interaction with people, but I think you can maintain a good, healthy friendships online.
Making friends is not a numbers game or a competition. Don't compare yourself to others. Everyone has a social calibrator that can change as you go through life. Maybe you were more introverted as a teen, but yearned
Classic
for
duck.
connection in your 20s. Maybe you were part of sprawling social circles, but prefer fewer friends in your 30s. There is no
Damn.
right or wrong, only right for you.
As long as you're
Why we
happy,
don't
right?
have enough friends. The main reason for a lack of friendships is the simple fact that
I
most
think I have
people
enough.
don't prioritize friendships nearly enough. They don't realize until it's too late that retaining friendships demands regular energy and attention. Although they are so important for happiness, friends often take a back seat to other life decisions. Work,
What about relationships?
commuting, romance, or kids
Yeah.
take up so much time and energy that it's so much easier to crash on your couch and lose yourself in mindless activities.
Damn.
Especially as an adult, going for a bike ride,
Jesus
getting
Christ.
dinner, or visiting a hobby store takes
Use your
much more
legs.
mental effort and commitment than it did after school, when time ran slower and energy and curiosity were abundant. But it's not just adults who are too busy for friends. The average American teenager spends more time on TikTok every day than socializing at parties, events, or on the phone with friends combined. Established friendships don't require the same time investment as early friendships to keep up, but they do require some commitment. As life distracts you, it's easy to skip out on
It's hard because the ones that are doing the partying and stuff nowadays are the wrong uns. I hate to say that, but it is true. Like the ones indoors on the TikTok, on the YouTube and all that lot are the good kids. And then you got the wrong uns that are out there doing stuff that they shouldn't be at parties and stuff. So I don't particularly... I just think maybe there's a border between parties and parties. You know what I mean? Also, I forgot to put light on. Lol. Okay, back into it.
checking in when a friend goes through exciting or depressing times. And
True.
so many friendships fade for lack of attention, often by accident. Which
Yeah.
is extra tragic because there is never only one person losing a friend, it's always at least two. Another
Damn,
thing that
okay.
makes many people vulnerable is the way friendship networks are structured. The friendship paradox is the phenomenon that on average, most people have fewer friends than their friends. Which makes sense, since you're more likely to be friends with someone who has many friends than with someone who has few. Rather
Okay.
than being densely interconnected, friend networks are often built around central hubs. So if central people disappear from your
okay.
life, this can deprive you of many connections at once. And it can lead to a distorted self-perception that you are less popular than others, although you are perfectly average. It can get worse
okay.
quickly with big life events. Maybe you move for school, work, or love and are left without social networks. Or you had a breakup that left
Damn.
you with the smaller part of the formerly shared social pie. The reasons why you find yourself with less connection than you want are as diverse as people, but the underlying cause is almost always time. There is no shortcut. To make new friends and retain friendships, you have to prioritize relationships, spend time with people in real life, and make them feel that you care. So take a look at yourself and rebalance what you spend your life doing. How to make new friends. Studies have shown that new friendships can develop quite quickly, weeks after you meet someone. But it takes a few months for a casual friendship to become a close relationship, with the biggest impediment being time invested and the quality of your interactions. To make friends, it helps if you intentionally look for people you have things in common with and who are
Yeah.
open to new relationships.
That's only natural, right?
You want to make it easy for yourself, so examine what kind of person you are. Generally speaking, extroverts tend to crave sensory stimulation, spicier foods, loud music, or the excitement of engaging a crowd. Introverts are often confused with shy people.
I think that introverts and extroverts could be friends. I don't think it takes more work either to be friends. I think extroverts make introverts extroverts, and then introverts can make extroverts introverts. It's just who you're more comfortable around.
Tend to be more sensitive to sensory stimulants and prefer quieter surroundings, fewer people, and even less spicy food. Different places attract different people.
I don't like spicy food.
Not everybody can easily make friends at a bar or a football game. Not everybody finds a stroll through a park or a bookstore stimulating. Men especially form friendships around shared activities, but in general, it's a good idea to go to places that feel comfortable, where there are people you might like, who do things you find interesting. Look for local clubs or opportunities to volunteer. Check out what hobby stores are around and dust off your Space Marines, or see if there are new D&D groups in your city and ask if you could join one. Check
Damn.
meetup apps for gaming nights or wine tasting, join a sports club, or look for people who go hiking or want to
Gaming
cook together.
nights.
Another obvious avenue is your professional life. It helps if you work in a job that attracts people like you, so you might consider this when you choose a career. Deepening your relationship with colleagues can lead to great friendships,
True,
especially
careers
if you look
can
for peers and there is no power
be a big
imbalance.
part of it.
And of course, there are friends you've lost touch with. You may be able to revive some of these relationships. In some cases, all it needs is a call or an invitation.
Or a text
Research
message.
shows that more often than not, the other person will appreciate that you've reached out. There are likely way more opportunities to spend time with others than you are aware of. And if there aren't, you can take the initiative and create them. Invitations are signals to start friendships. So bring people together by having a dinner party, organizing a football game after work, or starting a board game group.
Hello, Al.
Everybody appreciates people who organize fun things, and the simple act of reaching out can kickstart a self-propelling upward spiral of well-being, fun, and connectedness that can seriously improve the life of everyone around you in meaningful ways. If you meet someone you vibe with, it's pretty scary to make the first move, but they may feel the same way. Equally interested in a friendship, but also blocked by fear of rejection. So it's worth.
I'm quite a shy person in real life. I'm quite introverted, but at the same time, I'm not afraid to talk to people. If I wanted to talk to someone, I'd talk to them. But sometimes I don't have the... I don't want to, if that makes sense. It takes energy.
Going for it. Worst case, they're not interested, which will sting for a few hours, but the best case could be a lifelong friendship. A risk well worth the reward. Once you've formed early connections, check in whether they have important things happening in their life. Of course, it's important not to be overbearing, but the more time you invest, the more opportunity you have to engage in meaningful banter or silly jokes. The fact that friendships take time also
Did they just turn him into Harry Potter?
meaningful banter or
No
silly
shot.
jokes. The fact that friendships
Oh,
take
no, maybe
time
not. He had a
also
moustache.
means that you need to be patient and kind with yourself, especially if you're out of practice. Things will not improve overnight, but slowly, step by step, if you keep up. Open
Ooh.
up, care, and share. Many people don't have an issue being around others, but struggle to turn acquaintances into friends. So let's talk about two important principles that make it more likely that you'll connect: caring and sharing. In general, our favorite topic is ourselves and the things we care about, because we are literally at the center of our own universe.
I think caring's more important than sharing. Like, if you're trying to make friends, listening to their stuff is more important than them listening to your stuff. I don't know why. I just feel like that. I feel like that in most conversations, people are more willing to talk about themselves than hear what you have to say. So, I don't know.
So people tend to like people who are genuinely interested in them. So if you want to make friends, your goal should be trying to learn what makes them tick. Just as important as caring about others is reciprocity and openness. To connect, you need to share the experiences that made you, you.
Yeah.
Now, you don't want to overwhelm the other person and
Exactly.
immediately spill out
They-
your deepest secrets.
they
but
don't wanna
open
know.
up a little and reveal personal things, because this also signals to others that it's okay to do the same. The best case is that you find shared experiences. Maybe you both had a hard time in school, maybe you share a passion for weird movies. Learning about others and sharing personal stories in a balanced way and not overdoing it is not an exact science. Noticing the line between opening up and oversharing requires practice and depends on the vibe of the conversation. One of the
True.
perplexities of life is that to get something, it can be helpful to convince yourself that you want it less than you do. In general, it's good to be laid back, have fun, and enjoy yourself.
True.
Do
Don't
things for
overthink it.
yourself without expectations, but also be open to social opportunities and accept invitations if they show up. And that's basically it. Give friendships more priority in your life. Check in with friends and regularly go to things to have fun. Show genuine interest in others and give them the opportunity to know you without selling yourself too hard. If you do this, you're on track. If this sounds a bit scary, the good news is that human brains are hardwired to seek connection. It's perfectly normal to seek out new friends, and there are many people who would welcome more close relationships. There are friendships up for grabs everywhere, and there are plenty of people who will be so happy to have you in their life. As a good friend, go get to know them. For a short time, there's
I feel like they've really undersold the online friendship route, because I'm not being funny. You can be friends with someone in person a lot and through texting a lot. But if online route, like Discord and stuff like that, 24/7 communication you can have. And I think they've undersold the online aspect of keeping in touch with someone, because you can know way more about someone I can't say the word now. Digitally know someone more than physically nowadays, which I find is crazy, but it's kind of true. They kind of undersold the online like friendship route, and they've gone with the generic speak to someone in person route. I don't know if that's just me. I literally do not leave the house. I have agoraphobia, so I all of my friendships are coordinated through online. So I feel like I've maintained these friendships through that way. I've known these people in person, but then I've maintained it online, and I don't know. I maybe that's just me. Maybe that's my. I feel like that's enough. That's enough communication between a person, even if it's just not face to face. I feel like you can, I feel like you can be friends with someone even like in a different country, thanks to online. And I don't know. Maybe they went for the more practical, everyday person, normie approach. But Well, let's continue.
There's a free, community-organized, worldwide Kurzgesagt meetup. If you're over 18 and
I go for
go to our
meetups.
temporary subreddit,
That's
with our community set up for you,
why.
look for your area or city to find a Kurzgesagt meetup near you.
They're
If there isn't one, don't be
promoting.
shy. Set it up yourself to meet like-minded people. In order to
Okay.
make this less intimidating, we've created a small toolbox for you with some guidance and ideas on what you could do and where you could meet up, as well as conversation starters.
I
Check out
wondered
the
why they
website
were
or subreddit
overselling the
for further
face-to-face
information and tips.
thing.
Please note that this is an experiment. It's
Ah.
free and self-organized by Kurzgesagt viewers like
Okay.
you. The subreddit will be open for 3 weeks and will be made
Oh no, yeah,
private
that's
after.
fair.
We want to create
That's fair. I thought they were selling their own stuff, but they're actually just making people meet up on their own accord if they're lonely.
more things to
That's
make finding
pretty
friends
sweet.
easier
That's pretty
for you.
sweet.
You can also sign up so we can let you know as soon as something is ready. We want to be part of your friendship journey, so we've created a few things you can share with new and old friends. 2 wormhole pins to connect you and your BFF. no matter
Okay,
where you are. Share
dude.
something with your entire friend group. Get a little bird pin for each of them.
Okay. They're cool, but
Or get matching posters to let your friends know you're thinking of them. Or just
your
browse all the sciencey
shamelessness.
things we make for you. If you like videos like this, getting something from our shop is the best
Oh, I'm
way
joking.
to support us.
I
Thank you
see.
for
That's
watching.
fair. Knew it. Nah, that was a good video. I really enjoyed that. That was very fun. That was very sad, but very true and very eye-opening to the world. So, very good. Good video, good video. Okay, everyone, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed that video, make sure you check out the original in the description down below. Enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, comment what you'd like me to react to next, subscribe if you're new or just haven't yet. We are so close to 20,000 subscribers. We'll probably get there before the end of the year. Fingers crossed. I will see you in the next video. Latest.